Welcome to our deep dive into remote work. Over the past few years, working from home has become a hot topic, with more people than ever considering this flexible approach. But is remote work really the dream everyone imagines? In this video, we'll explore both the advantages and disadvantages of working remotely, helping you decide if it's the right fit for your lifestyle and career goals. Let's start by understanding what remote work actually means and why it's become so popular. Remote work, also known as telecommuting, allows employees to perform their job duties outside of a traditional office environment. This could mean working from home, a coffee shop, or even while traveling. The key is that work is completed away from the company's main office, often using digital tools to stay connected. This shift has been made possible by advances in technology, making it easier than ever to collaborate and communicate from anywhere. Remote work isn't entirely new, but it's grown rapidly in recent years. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated this trend, forcing many companies to adapt quickly. Now, remote work is not just a temporary solution but a permanent option for many organizations. This shift has changed the way we think about work-life balance, productivity, and even where we choose to live. One of the biggest advantages of remote work is flexibility. You can often set your own hours, allowing you to work when you're most productive. This flexibility can make it easier to manage personal responsibilities like childcare or appointments without sacrificing your job performance. For many, this leads to a better work-life balance and less stress. Another major benefit is eliminating the daily commute. Without the need to travel to an office, you save time and money. This extra time can be spent on hobbies, family, or simply relaxing. Plus, skipping the commute can reduce stress and improve your overall well-being. Many remote workers report being more productive at home. Without office distractions, you can focus better on your tasks. You can also create a workspace that suits your needs, which can boost motivation and efficiency. Of course, productivity depends on your work style and environment. Remote work can help you balance your professional and personal life more effectively. With flexible hours and no commute, you have more control over your day. This can lead to improved mental health, stronger relationships, and greater job satisfaction. Remote work opens up job opportunities beyond your local area. You can apply for positions with companies in different cities, states, or even countries. This can be especially helpful if you live in a region with limited job options or want to work for a specific company. Working remotely can save you money in several ways. You'll spend less on commuting, eating out, and work clothes. Some people even move to more affordable areas since they're not tied to a specific location. These savings can add up over time, making remote work financially attractive. Remote work lets you design your own workspace. Whether you prefer a quiet room, a standing desk, or working from your favorite coffee shop, you have the freedom to choose what works best for you. This can lead to greater comfort and productivity. Working remotely can reduce exposure to office politics and distractions. Without the daily interactions and gossip, you can focus more on your work and less on workplace drama. This can lead to a more positive and stress-free work experience. One of the biggest challenges of remote work is feeling isolated. Without face-to-face interactions, it's easy to feel disconnected from your team. This can lead to loneliness and impact your mental health. It's important to find ways to stay connected, like regular video calls or online chats. Home can be full of distractions, from household chores to family members. It can be hard to separate work from personal life, especially if you don't have a dedicated workspace. Setting boundaries and creating a routine can help, but it's not always easy. Remote work relies heavily on digital communication. Without in-person conversations, messages can be misunderstood or missed. It's important to be clear and proactive in your communication, but even then, it's not the same as talking face-to-face. Collaboration can be more difficult when you're not in the same room as your colleagues. Brainstorming sessions, quick questions, and team meetings all require more planning and effort. While digital tools help, they can't fully replace the energy of in-person teamwork. When your home is your office, it's easy to blur the lines between work and personal time. Some remote workers find themselves working longer hours, checking emails late at night, or struggling to switch off. Setting clear boundaries is essential to avoid burnout. Some remote workers worry about missing out on promotions or networking opportunities. Being out of sight can mean being out of mind when it comes to career advancement. It's important to stay visible and engaged with your team and managers. Remote work depends on reliable technology and internet access. Technical problems can disrupt your day and make it hard to stay productive. Not everyone has access to high-speed internet or the latest devices, which can be a real challenge. Working remotely can raise security issues, especially if you're handling sensitive information. Home networks may not be as secure as office systems, and it's important to follow best practices to protect company data. Company culture can be harder to maintain when everyone is remote. You might miss out on team-building activities, casual chats, and the sense of belonging that comes from being in the office. This can affect morale and engagement over time. Remote work isn't possible for every profession. Jobs that require hands-on work, special equipment, or face-to-face interaction may not be suitable. It's important to consider your role and industry before making the switch. Some people thrive in a remote work environment, especially those who are self-motivated, organized, and comfortable with technology. If you enjoy working independently and can manage your time well, remote work might be a great fit for you. On the other hand, if you need a lot of structure, enjoy social interaction, or struggle with self-discipline, remote work could be challenging. It's important to be honest with yourself about your work style and preferences. Some companies offer hybrid models combining remote and in-office work. This approach can provide the best of both worlds, allowing for flexibility while maintaining team connections. It's worth considering if you want some face-to-face interaction without giving up remote benefits. If you decide to work remotely, set up a dedicated workspace, stick to a routine, and communicate regularly with your team. Use technology to stay organized and connected, and don't forget to take breaks to avoid burnout. One key to remote work success is setting clear boundaries between work and personal life. Define your work hours, let others know when you're unavailable, and make time for yourself. This helps maintain balance and prevents overworking. To combat isolation, make an effort to stay connected with colleagues. Schedule regular video meetings, join online chats, and participate in virtual team activities. Building relationships remotely takes effort, but it's worth it. Create a routine and minimize distractions as much as possible. Let family members know your work hours and use tools like noise-canceling headphones or productivity apps to stay focused. A little planning goes a long way. Before making the switch to remote work, weigh the pros and cons carefully. Consider your job, personality, and home environment. Talk to your employer about expectations and support, and try a trial period if possible. Remote work offers many benefits, but it's not for everyone. By understanding the pros and cons, you can make an informed decision about whether it fits your lifestyle and career goals. Remember, the best work setup is the one that helps you thrive, stay productive, and maintain a healthy balance.